Elon Musk, the first person on the planet to reach more than $300 billion, is without a doubt one of the best businessmen that you can find anywhere. I mean, even that Musk's total net worth is more than the GDP of nearly 100 bottom-listed countries. Making that insane amount of money didn't come easy for him. A large corporation like Tesla relies heavily on its workforce to move the company forward. So the employees must be the best of the best. Tesla has some of the best minds in the business, but just being smart is not enough for you to last at Tesla. Sure, it may get you an offer of employment, but keeping your job is harder than getting the job. This is because Elon Musk has some super crazy rules that he makes his employees follow at all times. He sent these rules to all Tesla employees in an email. And let's just say that these aren't the typical rules that you can find in most workplaces. So, do you think you could survive working with Elon Musk? Or would you quit after the very first week? Let's see what these rules look like. One of the worst things to look forward to at work is large meetings, where it feels like everyone has to be present. It often feels like torture to have to sit in on a meeting where you barely know what's going on because it has nothing to do with you. Yeah, I'm talking about those meetings, where you just try to hide your yawns and hope the meeting ends quickly. Well, Elon Musk insists that there should be no large meetings among Tesla employees. He said that the only people that should be present at the meetings are those that are directly concerned with what will be discussed in the meeting. And there should be no extra people in that meeting. I agree with him because it's unnecessary to have people in a meeting who have no business being in that meeting in the first place. So, as a Tesla employee, unless you have a direct connection to the subject matter of the meeting, you aren't joining in. Admit it, you've been in those meetings where you wish that it would have just been an email instead. There's no need to deny this because we've all been there. Elon Musk believes that the long and frequent meetings are a waste of everyone's time. In the email, Elon Musk wrote, "Also, get rid of frequent meetings unless you're dealing with an extremely urgent matter. Meeting frequency should drop rapidly once the urgent matter is resolved." He also insisted that the meeting agenda should only have one bullet point, and the bullet point should require that an action be taken in the meeting. For example, to set up a lunch date. He said that no meeting should be held to recap or review previous decisions because that's just a huge waste of time. And honestly, I kind of agree with him, because many meetings could and should just be emails. Elon Musk believes in giving his employees a considerable amount of freedom, much more than you would find in other workplaces. He believes that his employees are smart enough to make rational decisions, and so he lets them make some decisions on their own, even if that decision may go against their superiors' instructions. An example of such freedom is that Tesla employees are allowed to walk out of meetings at any point that they wish. Of course, this doesn't mean that you can walk out of important meetings where crucial decisions are being made. This rule specifically relates to meetings that the employees feel are a waste of his time and company resources. For example, if your boss schedules a meeting to talk about a particular matter for the billionth time, then you're expected to simply walk out of the meeting because it's not a good use of your time. Also, if you feel like your presence is not necessary at the meeting, then you should just leave. This rule is crazy because the normal thing in pretty much every workplace is to sit in meetings even if your presence is not exactly needed. Many people want to leave boring and unnecessary meetings, but we can't because we're not allowed to. Well, in Tesla, not only are you allowed to, but you're also expected to, and there's nothing that the mean bosses can do about it. When you're working in a technology-based organization like Tesla, it's easy to make up your own weird language as you go, especially acronyms and jargon. I mean, engineers like to make up acronyms for pretty much everything, and this can quickly get annoying for everyone else who has absolutely no idea what they're talking about. It can often be a hassle trying to decipher what someone means by an acronym, especially when the person isn't available to explain. This is why Elon Musk insists that all employees must only speak in clear and concise language at all times. From what I know about technology-based organizations, this is the exception and not the norm. because engineers and other workers speak in jargon so much that other people need interpretations to understand what's going on. If you're used to this, you'll want to stop doing this. Otherwise, you're not going to last very long at Tesla. The chain of command is one of the most annoying things about organizations, especially large organizations like Tesla. Many large organizations have a strict hierarchy, and workers are expected to follow this hierarchy and cannot go over their boss's head. The bad thing about this kind of hierarchy is that it can often create a toxic workplace environment. It can also slow down business, because the chain of command is notorious for having slow communication. As a result of this, a problem that can be sorted in hours can often take days or even weeks to solve. Elon Musk has outlawed the chain of command in Tesla, and workers can now go over their boss's head to get what they need. For example, instead of waiting for your department head to contact the head of another department about a particular material that you need, you can simply walk into the department and ask for the materials yourself. I think that this is by far the craziest rule ever. I mean, this rule is basically saying that you're expected to break company rules? What? With this rule, Elon Musk is basically saying that the rules were meant to be broken. However, there is more to this rule than just being allowed to break company rules. The thing is, Elon Musk believes that people working in Tesla are some of the smartest people in the field, and as such, they're more than able to think critically and make decisions even when the decision is against company rules. He trusts that his employees are good enough to think for themselves. On the other hand, if you do break company rules, then you should be more than ready to defend yourself and why you thought that the rule shouldn't apply in that particular case. If you have a good reason for breaking the rules, then you can be sure that nothing will happen to you. Now, this is the one rule that can get you fired, and even sued if you break it. Under no circumstances are you allowed to talk to the press about Tesla activities. This rule also includes posting on social media about what Tesla is up to, or what's being designed or manufactured. This rule makes so much sense, because Tesla has a lot of competitors that would pay big bucks to get leaks of what's going on. And these leaks can be very costly for the company. So, if you're working for Tesla, you should be prepared to keep your lips zipped. All in all, these rules make it pretty clear that Elon Musk values people who can think for themselves and are efficient in carrying out their duties. These rules are rules that you won't find in many workplaces. And I'm honestly not surprised, because Elon Musk is known for being innovative and thinking outside the box. So, do you think that you could work for Tesla? Or would you quit or get fired after your first week? What do you think about these rules? Do they make sense or are they over the top? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Remember to like this video if you haven't liked it already. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. And turn on notifications so you get notified when I post on all things about Tesla. See you in the next video.